In the Shari'ah, an extremist is the one who exaggerates, in a matter, or he makes ghulu or takalluf. So he puts a burden upon himself that Allah and His Messenger never put burden on him in the first place. Okay. So, for example, those who came to the Prophet ﷺ and said that, out of piety, I'm not going to sleep at all. I'm just going to make qiyam al-layl. Whereas Allah didn't order him to do that. Allah permitted him to sleep sometime, qiyam sometime, and gave the example of the Prophet ﷺ who used to stay up and sleep as well. So the one who made it upon himself a taklif, to say, no, I am going to make it upon myself that I will not sleep at all, and think that's going to become close to Allah, he's extremist, he's exaggerating. Or the one who said, I'm never going to get married. This is where Allah described the Christians. This is their own ghulu. They exaggerated in their own deen, and they added something to it which Allah never accounted them for it. Allah never said, I'll question you, why did you get married on the Day of Judgment? No, it's something which is allowed, it's permitted, something recommended even. So when somebody said, no, I'm going to give up women, that is not a good deed. It's exaggeration, it's extremism. Or he said, I'm going to fast, I'm never going to break my fast. Whereas Allah did not make that your duty. Or even there's a hadith about the Prophet ﷺ when he found a man who he used to just pray all day, all night, all the time, nafil. And he asked him, what do you do for living? How do you sustain yourself? My brother, he pays for me. He said, your brother's better than you. Because he needs to not give up, all of his duties just for the sake of, ibadah, of one duty. So the one who leaves the duties for the sake of one duty, this is also a form of extremism. So for example, especially when we talk about recommended, like somebody who exaggerates on the recommended deeds, but he gives up the fard. Okay, he didn't pray Isha, but he prayed 20 rak'at Tarawih. What's the point? This is extremism. Okay, this is extremism. Or he prays all the nawafil, but he never fought jihad, he never gave da'wah, he never commanded with the evil, didn't fulfill his fard. This person is extremist. Okay, so these are the forms of extremism. And you have as well even worse extremism than that, is when the Jews and the Christians, they start to exaggerate and elevate their prophets above what they were supposed to be. The Jews said Uzair is the son of Allah, and the Christians said Isa is the son of Allah, and the brothers said that Muhammad ﷺ is the nur from the nur of Allah. The same type of extremism. When this exaggerates in this way as well, it becomes extremism. Extremism for the Kuffār is the one is defined as follows. Okay? Extremism, according to the disbelievers, is al-istislamu lillahi tawheedan wa inqiyadu lahu ta'atan wal bara'atu min ash-shirk wa ahli. It is to have total submission to Allah with tawheed, and to submit to Him with obedience to His commands, and to have disassociation, bara'ah, from the shirk and his people, which is the definition of Islam. For the kuffar, that all of that is extremism.